Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Harbor Podcast. My name is Kino Cowboy. I'm here with Scott and Casher.
It's wrong. It's not my name.
What's your name?
Boston Flasher.
Oh, yeah, Boston Flasher. Sorry about that, folks. We are finally here. We just watched Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, wait, shit. That's in a month. God damn it. Oh, no. We're talking about some weirdo art movie that I liked. I'm not sure if my friends like. It's called Annette, and it stars Adam Driver, and it's an experimental musical. Yeah, so
And honestly, musical is a pretty loose term here, but it applies.
loose.
The lyrics were real like hit or miss for me. Like it was definitely a musical, but it felt like the baseline of musicals for me. It was cool. I didn't like it. I'm just gonna start with that. I didn't like it. It was very hard for me to pay attention to it. It was kind of boring, and it felt super forceful with its artwork type shit.
Yeah, it's French. What do you expect?
Oh, it's French. Okay, never mind. I loved it. Just kidding. I still didn't like it. I liked Adam Driver's performance.
his
a lot.
performance is
It's
amazing.
really the only thing that kept me going with it. But
Man.
it wasn't a bad movie. It's definitely
Adam Driver has never done anything short of remarkable in my eyes. I've never seen even
Very like his presence when he's being a pretentious stand-up comic.
God. It was hard to get through. Those
Awesome to me. I love that. It's very like unique for a film to have like prolonged scenes like that on stage.
Oh yeah. So just for backstory for our listeners, basically the movie is about a comedian and an opera singer who fall in love and then have a baby, and the baby is like a puppet, basically.
Yeah.
The drama that proceeds with their relationship.
Yeah.
Lots of really giant spectacles. They're like these giant scenes, but they were also a lot of them felt like they were on stage for most of it.
That's
like
yeah.
a lot, which is
This
cool.
movie's
like
very Brechtian, you could say.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
It calls even in the first Bertolt Brecht, it calls attention to the fact that it's a performance.
Okay,
it's very theatrical in that sense. So it's postmoderny. And I mean, it does at the very beginning of the first song. Is all the actors singing "Can we start now?" or whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
the camera, which is very much sets you up for like, okay, this is gonna be us talking to you, the audience, and like making you think about the themes and what's happening. Which is cool. I don't know if I loved it as much as Adrian. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it. I would watch it again. I feel like there's details.
Yeah, that's a one and done for me, guys.
Man,
I don't know why.
whatever.
I just didn't. It didn't sit with me very well. I wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It just felt real forced, and it felt for me it was fucking boring. Like it just wasn't a movie that I was super.
It did, and it's a long movie. It's a 2 hour and 20-minute movie.
Oh yeah,
it did take me. I was enjoying it the first half hour. It really took me a half hour to really start getting into it.
Well, there were a few scenes that with the way they were filmed, I was like, damn, okay, that's really good. Like when the accompaniment, he's like telling everybody about how much he loves loves Anne, and he's doing his like conducting, and as he's talking, he would stop for a second because he'd get too emotional, and it would spin around, and he would start really getting into the conducting, and then it would stop again right on his face. I was like, damn, for some actor that was in fucking Big Bang Theory, that's a pretty banger of a scene.
Yeah.
Is that the same actor who's in Big Bang Theory?
That's the Big Bang Theory actor. That is Bazinga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That guy's...
I don't know. He's a talented actor. That scene, I really like the way that was shot. The Mary... I'll tell you what, dude, when the baby was born, it's like, oh, it's got some big ass ears. And then I was like, oh, it's a fucking puppet. I was like, wow.
Why does it polarizing for people?
I thought it was cool, but I was like, what?
Wait. Let's stop, because we're kind of going all over the place right now. So let's stop before we just start randomly going through scenes in the movies. Like, why it's polarizing for people? What the fact that it's a puppet is polarizing for people?
Yeah.
And why is it polarizing? Because let's talk about the audience response to this film, which you know more about, Adrian.
Uh-huh.
And you got some of it from Casher,
Mhm.
and then me and Adrian are more positive on it.
Mhm.
I didn't mind the puppet personally. That wasn't the puppet's kind of creepy looking.
Well, it's not just that, but it's just people.
What is so polarizing? What are people's reactions? This has like a 2.5 star exactly on Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
It's not that bad.
No. It's just it just means people are split because a lot of people really love this movie and a lot of people hated it. So
well, imagine if you watch Girls or Star Wars, and then you come into this movie thinking, "Oh, Adam Driver, he's singing in it. Oh, Marianne Cotillard, or however you say her name."
Yeah.
By the way, can she really sing like that? I didn't know
that was a different actress.
She looks
was
good,
it? Oh, okay.
Adam Driver was actually singing, but she wasn't.
Yeah, but Adam Driver singing, it was fine, but he was, he's no Fred Astaire.
Right.
I mean, he's super talented, but that's not his strong suit. None of the vocal performances, other Marian's, who I guess was dubbed. She is the opera singer in there. But
no Weird Al.
I mean, people aren't prepared for this. I don't even know who I would recommend this movie to. I'm trying to think of one person I would recommend this movie to.
If Adrian hadn't seen it, I would recommend it to him.
If Adrian hadn't seen it, I would have recommended it to him, but nobody else. Like
I'm Sumner, who's on. Didn't you see it in theaters, dude?
Yeah, dude, I loved seeing it in theaters.
See, that's what's crazy. Like,
I wish I had.
Never expect something like that to come to an audience.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, and there was like one couple behind me, and they enjoyed it too. So
I'll tell you what.
I was like worried while watching in theaters about the couple. I was like, they're probably just here on a date night to see some Adam Driver.
Did you ask them? Did you talk to him?
No, but I overheard them talking and stuff. Yeah. So
What a sleeper though. It's like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's probably for me, it's like a low C, high D.
That's a shame.
I mean, it happens. It's not something I can see myself watching again personally.
I just everything about it was very fresh to me, especially the scenes of him on stage doing his show and the way they portray like possible domestic abuse through like it's like very blanketed in a theatrical way, but it's not like offensive.
Yeah, you don't really see him. You see him drink a lot.
Yeah.
He drinks almost as much as Daniel Craig's James Bond in this movie. But
shout out to 007.
This is
a Me Too movie.
It is a Me Too movie.
We're starting to get
real quick. I've got Rotten Tomatoes pulled up.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score, it's got a 3.9 out of 5.
Okay.
The critic score is 6.7 out of 10.
Yeah, so but what's the percentage?
71%. So about where I gave it, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
So well, either way. Kino.
Yeah, but Rotten Tomatoes here. The thing is, as you probably know, is that's a binary. So that's 71% of critics could have given it a 6 out of 10. So we don't know.
Well, 172 critics gave it fresh. 71 gave it rotten.
Damn.
I do wonder. Part of me wonders how this got funding, and I'm pretty sure there was arts funding in France because, like a lot of movies in Europe, they get arts funding.
Yeah.
They got Canal 1 or whatever, Canal Plus, Channel Plus.
I'm trying to look at I want to see what these reviews are for the rotten side of it, because I understand where. I just want to see where that aligns.
Certain creative decisions can rub people the wrong way, like the puppet.
So it feels, what it does for me is it kind of like if it feels too forced as like an art house movie, it borders and then crosses that pretentious line. Like it gets to the point where I feel like it's just pretentious.
Okay. I feel like there's a line that could be viewed as pretentious for certain projects, but like sometimes it's just something that's taking a heavy risk and some people don't like what it tried to do. So I don't know.
And I feel like this movie, despite having serious themes and stuff, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It doesn't feel like it's trying to be important. It's not like an Oscar baity
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know,
it's
Will
not like
Smith looking
Belfast.
into the camera, crying, saying "Till the truth" in a bad accent, sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not that
that
kind of. Yeah, if you
No.
want fucking art house bait, then go watch Belfast. It's in theaters right now.
I'm good, man. I can't stand fucking shit like that.
Yeah, dude, and screw Ireland, screw the Irish.
Yeah, fuck no. I would
don't
fuck
know.
the Irish.
The Irish are cool.
The collective Irish, you'd have sex with it. Okay, good.
So like going over these rotten reviews, literally one of them's just like it's mids. Like that's one of the critics reviews.
Dude,
It's
how do
mid-range,
people
mid everything.
why is this podcast not on Rotten Tomatoes? It doesn't take a high bar.
Dude,
but
all you need to know about Rotten Tomatoes is that American Hustle has like a 93%. That should tell you everything you need to know.
I didn't see it.
It's okay. It's like it's
movie.
mid. It's mids.
I heard that from people when it came out. Like I
Yeah.
was in college at the time, and people were
Yeah.
saying that.
It-
Let me ask you this, Casher. Did you care emotionally about any of the characters or what was happening?
couldn't get into them. No,
Okay.
they were just. I liked Anne. Like if I were to pick someone that I could get into, it'd be Anne, and they'd come. But like, if the characters didn't seem realistic to me.
No, they're not, because it's melodrama.
supposed to be.
Well, it is melodrama, and like I also think that that's one of the points is like they are like these hyper celebrities in this universe, and
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a commentary on celebrity, and they do hit you over the head with it.
so yeah, that's what it's like. I like movies like this sometimes. Like I just
Give me an example of a movie. Well, I don't
I
know.
can't think of anything similar to this.
I'm
I can
trying to think of a
like-
movie
That's
like
what I
this.
like is
Well, I'm
how
thinking of like the only
it's
time I'm even making comparisons is because there's a doll in it too, and it does the doll better. But it's like Lars and the Real Girl has that as like weird.
Okay.
The sex
Yeah.
doll is like that. I
That's a
enjoyed the shit
completely
out of that
different
movie,
movie,
but it's a
though.
completely different. I don't know anything that's like in that.
And the
That's
doll
why I like
doesn't
it.
do it. Yeah, and I like that's the
Fresh.
reason I like it
I
too.
respect it. Like I don't think it. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad movie, but for me, it's not something I'm gonna watch again.
And
Okay,
I don't
that's fine.
think it's 100%. Is it 100% successful in everything it tries to do? Probably not. But I do give creators a lot of emphasis for like a lot of points for trying. You
I
know,
also don't like French people.
this is gonna sound weird and off topic. It's like when a lot of people criticize BioShock Infinite for a lot of things. I know this sounds weird, but I'm like, you know what? That's a big budget game that actually tried something.
Fuck.
I loved it.
I don't give
So-
a fuck what people think about that.
It's a good game.
A lot of people, a lot of moviegoers cannot handle when a film is making you question what's reality and what's actually happening.
See, that wasn't my issue with.
I'm
it
not
personally.
saying you.
Well, no. I'm
Casher.
just like I just think it's funny because
I'm just trying to talk about like general audiences.
Well,
not-
no. I understand. Well, the what I'm saying is like the night before this, I watched Paprika, and I was like, I like I like when you can't tell when it's real and when it's not real, but I also like it when it's like overtly in your face. This is not real life, blended in.
That's fine.
And
but like
I don't think Annette could find that happy medium. around.
certain movies turn people off, like Mother by Darren Aronofsky.
That's
That
fair.
is a movie a lot of people despised because it made them feel uncomfortable, and it has that thing. It uses dream logic, and it makes people question. They want to know what's going on at all times, I feel like, and not just like interpret anything in an artistic manner. And
One
it's
of the things
annoying.
that I think about with the music and Annette, and it kind of where you're saying that people want to know everything. I feel like Annette kind of tells you everything and what's happening at the same time.
I know, but
There's like a ton of exposition throughout the entire movie about exactly what's happening.
yeah,
And like
but,
some of the songs feel like they're just in there to be
the
like,
concept alone is just a bit much for people.
it's fair.
Because
Yeah,
like
the marionette was creepy.
because it goes from like a Hollywood story about a man and a wife having problems, and he gets rid of her, kills her, whatever, and it's all very theatrical, and they're on a boat, and everything's all stylized, fantasy-ish, and then it goes back to more grounded, and then it just I like movies that take a certain thing and just go with it really far, and so like the way it like escalates with this baby. Not only does they have a baby, but like this baby can sing for some fucking reason. So he takes it on a fucking tour with that one guy, the cuck. It's just, I don't know. It just went so far. I was like, what the hell?
Well, he's not a cuck. If anything, Adam Driver got.
Yeah, you don't call Adam Driver a cuck.
I don't think the film didn't have the biggest budget, but what it did with its budget was astounding to me.
It used a lot of really cool practical set pieces. And
yeah.
Specifically, like the boat scene.
Yeah.
That shit looked like old Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, I know, right?
Loved it.
It was, and it was clearly on a green screen with also, I'm sure they were spraying them with water at the same time too.
Still, it looked good for what.
I loved it. Yeah, I was like, man, this looks like old school Hollywood like boat scene.
And also one of the advantages of having such a having such an in your face playing with the idea of what is real, what is not, what is presentation, what is more straight-laced storytelling, is that if you have a set that looks kind of fake, that's part of it. That's part of it. It's supposed to look kind of fake.
I really enjoyed the way that they filmed the scene in the club when he's like, I need to take a break, and he gets drunk in the club with all the loose European women. And I don't know if you noticed, he has like 6 different outfits he's in. Each time it like cuts to him, he's like in a different outfit. And I'm like, I'm wondering if that's like saying he's because he says he needs one night out. Is he going out periodically? Like, a lot?
I think he was going out a lot and trying to get with floozies.
Yeah, man. I was like, that was a really cool way to do that. Like, I really enjoyed that scene. The way that Adam Driver just like kind of embodies the fucking nihilistic comedian. I was like,
yeah. And I like, what's up,
the Scott? Male artist. Just he is the male artist.
He wants himself to be this tortured soul, and he's forcing it.
It feels like he's probably
like a lot of comics.
I was gonna say, it feels like he probably grew up with a lot of like privilege, and then came into this and tries to be the like oppressed victim.
And the one performance scene where like he's acting like, like everyone can't tell if someone was actually killed or not, and it's like really awkward.
Yeah, that was fucking.
And it's
weird.
like you feel the awkwardness there, and everything, and you're starting to question it too. You're almost letting yourself believe certain things, and you're like, wait a minute, what's actually going on here? It's a good way to mirror yourself with the people in the scene.
Right. And may I add, just Vegas is not known. That's in Vegas, and he was originally doing it in LA, which you can make a lot of money in Vegas, but the Vegas is seen as kind of it's known for hacks. It's known for either people who are like they have Vegas residencies that they're just doing for money, or they're like an older act that kind of got tired and moved out of LA, or they're just like hacky and played a tourist, and you see that reflect. I mean, somebody had like a Duff beer cap in there and stuff.
I didn't notice that.
And so in Vegas, in comedy, people are not going to Vegas for, I mean, not that comedy's the highest form of art, but they're not going there for highbrow social commentary sort of stuff.
Right.
They're going there because they want to play the slots and see the lights and hear some jokes and
watch Carrot Top play with props.
Dude, Frank Sinatra Jr.,
Yeah, that stuff. So, I mean, I think it's very important that it's Vegas. And I think it's very interesting that a European director in his first English language film is kind of taking the piss out of Vegas for that. Because Vegas, which I've never been to, by the way, Vegas is a very American city and a very weird, just the concept of Vegas as an idea. And
Vegas is very nuts.
This is where you plug Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You've
been to Vegas. Oh wait, have I? Yes, I have.
You've been to Vegas.
Watch Christmas in Vegas.
If you want to see me in Vegas,
if you want a real experimental,
shit out of luck.
It's one of my favorite punk rock documentaries I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it really is. And you said this once. It's one of the most punk rock things I've ever seen.
It's fucking badass.
If you're listening and you haven't seen my film Christmas in Vegas, check it out. It's my most acclaimed work. And
arguably, certainly one of the most accessible things you've done. Arguably one of the best.
Yeah,
easily.
I am great. I am the best. Thank you for all listening. Anyway, no, but
I am the Kino god.
No.
The people, can you just real quick, the obligatory I live in Europe thing. I've talked to people who are like, I remember talking to this bartender once who she learned I was American and was just enamored with the idea of Las Vegas of all things.
Oh my
and like
God.
going there to party. And I was kind of like, there's so many culturally interesting places in the United States. Like people crap on America and like middle American stuff, but like, there's United States is great. It's fascinating. Why Vegas?
You talk to any young person and they're going to have that idea. Even in the States, we have young people that idealize like Ibiza and Amsterdam and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the same nature. They just want to go fucking lawless. And
it's the same thing. People
honestly, Vegas is one of the most American-y cities ever.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just rampant capitalism and just debauchery.
Like it is quintessential like Americana, and you can go to like old parts of Vegas that are just like trapped in the 60s, and it's kind of cool.
Get a nice Salisbury steak cold in the middle. That's what I want to go to Vegas.
Wrong. I would go back to Vegas. I had fun.
Yeah, I would go back to Vegas.
Completely ruined.
In a much better situation.
Yeah.
Go see some show. I would love to see Carrot Top, unironically, just to see what's going on.
Carrot Top would be fun as shit to go see.
Dude, here's the thing.
I want to party with Carrot Top.
You kind of got to respect Carrot Top. He's built up.
Well, people shit on him for so long, and like recently, he's kind of gotten a resurgence in respect that he honestly deserves.
He owns props. He owns an entire genre of comedy. We're getting way off topic here, though.
You also have to respect what's his name in Branson.
Dude, I respect the hell out of Yakov. Dude, Yakov escaped from the Soviet Union, learned English, became a nationally famous comedian, and is now teaching classes at University of Missouri. Like, that guy's awesome. If you listen to his story, he's amazing. I just want to not even his work jokes. But
in Russia, we play you.
I will say real quick, since we're talking about stand-up, I did notice that Adam Driver in the credits thanked Bill Burr and Chris Rock, so I'm assuming he asked them for tips while he was doing his bits, which are very.
I didn't notice that. That's cool.
It's just kind of tucked away in the credits. He's very. By the way, at the end of this movie, there's kind of a mid-credit scene, but there's Casher turned it off immediately. It was people thanking you for watching the movie and asking you to tell a friend.
I like that. That's cool.
No, it was nice. But yeah, his performance is excellent.
I'll tell you, I'm an Adam Driver nut. I'll watch anything he's in now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
know. He's been on a fucking kick, dude. That dude knows how to fucking act. I stand that motherfucker too. I really hope he doesn't do something sus and gets canceled.
Yeah, like
his
have
character.
6 women, come out against him like his character.
That was a weird scene too, man. Like vocalized musical version of the Me Too movement. I was
it was definitely interesting. And that's why I was drawn to it so much, because one, it came out in the summer in a sea of sequels and reboots, just like it's been for the last 8 years. And I was just desperately wanting something fresh, and this was fresh. Nothing like it for me. And I was interested to see something art to come out of the Me Too movement that isn't just shallow or pandering,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. It definitely wasn't pandering or anything like that. It was one of the more, I think it was a really risky take of the Me Too movement, and it wasn't done disrespectfully or anything like that.
Right.
Well, no. The reason they're singing, I just realized, is because in order to come out as a Me Too, I don't know if that's how you say it. It is a performance. You have to perform to the media, despite it being a very serious thing. And that does, like you said, of a lot of Me Too stuff being pandering and people's reactions to it, or having to act like the right way. But I mean, it's all performative, even though it shouldn't be.
One of the things I noticed after that is that he gets the accusations, but we never get anything past that. We don't really know if maybe that wasn't true or if what was going on with it.
I like, that's why I like it, is that it's ambiguous, and
that's what happens in real life.
Yeah, it's reflective of real life.
I mean, people, Jeff Ross is still getting gigs. Like nothing happened to him.
Jeff Ross. But Jeff Ross, if you need anybody to do any kind of performances before you, I'll be happy to do that. Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing like pictures on fucking social media of comedians hanging out with real sus ass fucking people.
But you're risking your entire livelihood if you say anything. It's terrible, and that's
All
the subtext. I mean, that's the outline of this
ACAB.
movie.
There's two different versions of ACAB. There's all cops are bastards and all comedians are bastards.
Oh well, that all comedians are bastards. Go ahead.
No, I was just talking about how, for me, I was talking to how I like how it dips in from what's reality, what's fiction, starts to blend, and it becomes very theatrical. The whole thing's theatrical, but like it gets increasingly so in certain areas. But then when he finds himself in prison and he talks to Annette, they finally change it to a real girl, of course.
I love that.
Talking to, obviously that means reality's hitting him hard. And so that was a perfect time to change it into a real girl. And that was a good creative decision. They could have.
That was good. It was cool, especially because like I like that how she didn't just like, oh yeah, it's okay, Dad, I still love you. She's basically like, no, you like, fucked up.
And
like,
metaphors don't always have to be subtle. That's why I like Snowpiercer so much.
God damn it.
But of course, her being a puppet is a distancing mechanism for his character and his mind, as well as the fact that he's using her for cash and stuff. I don't know, thematically it's just something I really
and the way our American society prioritizes youth so much, and also this is one thing I thought of when they had the montage of her blowing up and getting famous is the amount of kids watching her on their phones. Really, the amount of kids I talk to who, it's not all of them, but so many of them want to be TikTok stars, YouTube stars, etc. In the same way a kid in the 60s might have wanted to be a movie star or something. So many video game streamer, because that's actually a viable job now.
Every fucking person I know that's my age wants to be a fucking streamer.
Not everyone can be Ryan's World.
No. And streaming isn't even that fun to me. It's like, hey, how do I take my hobby and make it less fun?
How do I stress myself out?
How do I burn myself out on my hobby? How do I monetize every aspect of my life?
One of the things I noticed in the movie is Adam Driver's character. He when he pleads with, not pleads, but he's just like upset, like, you're gonna take my daughter away, and he acts like he's like really hurt about his daughter being taken away. And then like the last concert she does, when she exposes him, he's like, "What's this little bitch doing?" Like,
is that him, or is that
him? Yeah, that's him walking off, and he's smoking a cigarette. And he's like, "What is this little bitch doing?" And I'm just like, man, what a.
I thought it was the sports commentator guy.
No,
that guy talks shit too.
He was like, let's have patience. It's she's nervous, blah 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 blah. But the guy, when he walked away, he was like, "What's this little bitch doing?" And I was like, "Damn, bro."
Yeah, it takes the child star shit to like the extreme.
Yeah,
well, and again, that's another. It's the quote unquote Hyper Bowl. It's the Super Bowl, and that's such. It's the most American.
I didn't realize it was called the Hyper Bowl.
Yeah, it's it's not subtle. It's the most gross, disgusting display there is. I love it for the snacks. We all do. But
I don't know why it's so funny that it's called hyperbole to me.
Because it's not even trying to be subtle.
Well, it's a hyperbole. Like,
when it's also just saying like, this is what this is. I have to change it because that's a like a brand name.
Yeah, it's
like
just it's like in Avatar they call the mineral unobtainium. It's like, shit like that cracks me up in movies. Like, it's so funny. Like you said, it was a good movie. It's not something I'd watch again personally.
Yeah, and Annette is a little Anne, so she's Annette, the diminutive version. Whoa,
marionette version of Anne.
Oh, Marion. Ooh, and Marion Cotillard. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Definitely one of the more unique films I've seen in years. Just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
Respectful. I've never seen any of that dude's other films too, so it's like
I haven't. I've heard of him, but like I hadn't heard of him. But then I looked at his filmography and I saw the poster of one. I was like, that rings a bell. But it's my.
Oh, he did Les Cousins Dangeresque.
Oh, is that the one with the incestual? Oh no,
the movie that George Michael wants to watch.
It's Arrested Development thing.
God, that's a great show. Did we watch anything else this week? You guys peek anything? I watched a shit ton of movies this weekend. I know you guys have already done a podcast on The Green Knight, but I just want to say real quick that's
man.
Better movie. Are we not?
We talked about a little bit in the catch up.
That shit was fucking awesome.
But I haven't seen it, so
okay. It's
hard movie to spoil.
The only thing I can say is that it is it's like peak fantasy combined with like some heavy psychedelic elements.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to spoil because it's mostly like hypnotic imagery.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, super into
that's already a spoiler though.
I super fucking love Dev Patel. God damn it, he's fucking awesome.
We need a Dev Patel Adam Driver buddy cop movie.
Two of the best young men working right now in Hollywood.
Well, it's funny because like I grew up watching Dev Patel on the UK version of the show Skins, which is like Degrassi on ecstasy, and seeing his progress from being in that show, which he has a pretty dramatic role in that show in some episodes. Usually he's just comedic in it. To now, it's fucking cool. I really like that.
Was it off-putting how cut Adam Driver was in this movie?
No,
he's pretty cut in this fucking movie, and he has that weird, sweaty, kind of sexy sex scene that he has with Mary, where he's just like humping the shit out of her while her legs like.
That's a tasteful scene.
It was really tasteful.
People listening, this is a movie where Adam Driver sings while eating pussy. If you just didn't know. Like that's just all you need to know. He sings while.
Do you guys not do that?
The whistle. You can call me the referee because I'd be so official.
I would always sing Francis Scott Key's "The Star Spangled Banner" all four verses.
I do the Taiwanese national anthem.
Just kidding. I only have sex for procreation.
I told Parker that. I was like, she's like, how's that movie? I was like, Adam Driver sings while he eats a girl out. And she was like, oh, fuck. She loves Adam Driver. Like, she is infatuated with that man.
I am too.
I'm excited to see what he's got in store for us soon, like the next few years. Because, like, he's just been in banger after banger. Black Klansman, and he was in that Logan.
Yeah, why don't you quote him in Black Klansman, Casher?
He's really good in Marriage Story. That's great. That's a great movie.
I should probably.
I feel like that would just crush me too much. I don't want to watch. My marriage is gonna fail eventually whenever I get married. I don't want to watch it already.
Yeah, it's a Marriage Story subtitle biography of Austin Casher of his childhood.
I'm good on that shit.
I've had enough divorce in real life.
I got to watch The Green Knight, and then Friday night I watched Satoshi, like pretty much all of Satoshi.
Yeah, and if you want, I could rewatch those films this week, and then we could do a cast on those movies.
I would love that. Those are two.
If I have time, I'd be interested in doing it because I've seen Perfect Blue and Tokyo Godfathers, of which we did an episode of.
Oh yeah.
And I need to see Paprika and The Girl Who Left Her Time.
Well, Girl Who Left Her Time.
Oh, that's a different thing. I need to see Paprika.
Paprika, and then Millennium Actress is the
Millennium Actress. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
And then he's got Paranoia Agent, which is a TV series. It's a pretty short one. Fucking awesome psychological thriller. And then he has one more. It's called like DreamWorks. That's the only one I haven't watched at this point.
Okay.
But they're still trying to work on
a big green ogre with a Scottish accent in it.
Yeah, actually, it's just Shrek. It's what Shrek's based off of. But he's got another movie that's like posthumously stuck in like production hell. Like they've been trying to make it since Hopefully we'll get that at some point.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that was my first time seeing Perfect Blue, and holy shit, that movie fucked me up.
That's a time capsule.
Yeah, man, it was cool. She's like learning how to do the internet stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's.
It's like if the Dreamcast was a movie. If the Dreamcast was a psychological thriller anime.
I was super into.
God, I love the Dreamcast.
I forgot we talked about Tokyo Godfathers. Man, I love that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that, but I was like, I'm gonna wait closer to Christmas.
Yeah,
that's I watch that movie like once a year, and it's usually like a week before Christmas.
Fair.
I guess the Green Knight is never mind. It's spoiler stuff. Never mind. Forgot Scott hasn't seen it yet. But yeah, I spent pretty much my whole Friday night watching like Kino anime films. I watched this Tasha Khan, and then I watched Girl Who Lived Through Time, which was pretty good too. And then I watched the Cowboy Bebop movie. Had to go with the classic.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch Cowboy Bebop pretty soon here.
I'm hearing mixed things about the show so far.
Yeah, either way, I'm ready to rewatch the original.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You should watch all of his other shit too.
I'll give the Netflix version a fair shot, but like the visual information you get in a show like Cowboy Bebop, that's why it's animated. Like you're only taking away from that, turning it straight to live action, unless you were to tell other stories and not just rehash shit.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. It's interesting. It's like I don't know what they're actually doing because they said it's not a continuation, but literally it looks like it's the same stories. Like they have all these same characters. And I'd like different stories with the Bebop crew. But if they would have just came out and said, "Hey, yeah, we're just making a shot-for-shot remake," I'd be cool with that too.
Why?
Just because it'd be cool to see live action. I don't know.
Are you excited for the One Piece live action?
Dude, I'm fucking hyped for the One Piece live action.
It's gonna have a huge budget, dude, apparently.
That the Straw Hat crew that they casted is fucking perfect. Like they nailed all the things that I wanted. So Oda, he's the guy who wrote it. He basically in like his character booklets, he lets you know if they were in our universe, what country they're from. So like the Straw Hats have Luffy's a Brazilian, and Nami is Swedish, and Sanji's French. Zoro's, these are the people that got casted right now. Zoro is he's Japanese, and then Usopp is I can't remember what country, but he's from Africa. And they nailed all the ethnicities for the show. They're not just like making them all, Japanese or making them all white or something like that. They're going through and finding casts that Oda has been helping handpick. So it's pretty exciting for me.
That's nice.
That is cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Can I say that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine in fantasy worlds? And honestly, it's hard to avoid. I mean, even Tolkien definitely did it. But the sort of, here's a fictional country. It's a metaphor for North Africa or something, just that sort of straight analog.
For sure. So they're like, none of the worlds like that are like that. He's just saying if they were ended up in our universe, this is where they'd be from. Because they have their own countries that aren't even similar to the countries that they're from in the US. But like the way that they look and the way that their mannerisms are and stuff like that, that's what he's comparing them to.
Where they would fit best. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And like they nailed it for the English cast for the Straw Hats. And I thought that was gonna be the hardest part. So I'm pretty hype about it. Speaking of Cowboy Bebop, I don't know if you guys have watched any of the other things that Shinichiro Watanabe made, but everything that dude has put out is fucking insanely good. He's put out like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy. Terror in Resonance is one that not a lot of people have watched, and if I could suggest one that, if you've seen Cowboy Bebop, one that you should watch after that would be that. It's one of the more like terrifying, like thrillery shows I've watched concerning like orphans and terrorism. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
It's only like 8 episodes too, so it's like a real easy short watch.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, dude. There's a this is off topic, I guess, but they're doing like a theatrical screening of a trailer for the new Spider-Man movie this
Oh my
week.
God, what?
Yeah, like apparently it's like such a big deal. Like certain news outlets are giving out tickets to it in LA, I think.
I've never heard of it. That's cool.
Because like apparently it's gonna be like heavy duty, you know. So I think we're gonna get the little, you know, we're gonna see the boys.
They're still saying Tom Holland's still adamant that you're gonna be disappointed.
And you can't go see it.
Here's the thing.
Here's some Kino news. Kino works at a theater now, so he's going to be able to see everything for free,
I guess.
And also he'll be able to, if you piss him off, he'll pee in your popcorn butter. So
yeah,
sick.
Pissy shitties.
Pissy shitties.
Yeah, it's a famous text post that's like, it had like it had people outside of the US thinking it was legit because they thought Americans were so nasty. But it was like, it was a text post saying that it's a common thing in America in theaters to like pour your Coke into the popcorn and like stir it up and like make it into this mush and eat it. And and someone was like, is Americans really do that? And then the other person's like, yeah, they call it pissy shitties. And like there was a member of the mods on film posting. One of them like asked, they're like, is this a legit thing Americans do? They pour their Coke in their popcorn? And we were like, yeah, dude, you've never done that before.
Oh no.
By the way, I have dipped popcorn in Coke before to try it, and it's pretty good. It's all right.
No, it's not, Scott. It's not good.
Putting M&Ms in popcorn, that's the shit.
Speaking of text posts, this is a little off topic, but I did convince my whole friend group up here in good old Fort Smith that I owned a poop knife, which is a knife to cut my rather large shits down the toilet, and that I still bring it up every now and then, and I'm pretty sure they still think I got a poop knife.
Dude, why would you have a poop knife when you just have your teeth?
All right, that's enough. We're not taking it that way.
That's gnarly.
Not taking it there.
This is again another off-topic thing. There's a
it's okay. We're off topic now.
Yeah, I guess so. The story came out. There's a band called Brass Against. It's this big jazz fusion rock band, and apparently they went way too fucking hard partying in Daytona, and brought the lead woman singer, brought a fan on stage, elderly man, looked like he was a biker, laid him out. Puts her ass over his dips her ass over his face, and then proceeds to piss all over this man's face during the show. And the guy gets up and starts like raging while he's got piss in his mouth and stuff. And
was he happy about it? Was he
he was fucking hyped, dude. The video is so fucking funny. It's like
here's the thing. So you like that video, but you didn't like Annette?
Yeah, man. I prefer the piss video than that.
We went from French film to piss and shit.
Do you see how quickly we diminish things as Americans, and how that's where our attention really lies?
Pissy shitties.
Yeah.
No, they have Marquis de Sade. They got plenty of that.
I don't know what that is.
Working at the theater, I did notice that Clifford is doing rather well in my town, and let me tell you, these kids went fucking crazy. You might as well have just took your popcorn, just flung it around like a fucking dead cat, and it would have had the same effect on the fucking theater.
Damn. Oh man, I'm gonna bring a dead cat to the movie theater next time. It was
brutal. Yeah, people are still seeing Venom too. I was surprised.
I think Venom has good word of mouth.
It did. It's about to break 200,000, I think. I mean, million. 200,000.
I was like, that's not good.
200 million domestic.
200 million.
Yeah, domestic. Yeah.
For
which is really good.
Theaters in this late pandemic, it's pretty good. People still aren't going to theaters like they used to. But
Dune is only at like, I think 90 million, maybe a little bit higher.
That's no shit, really.
Yeah.
I'm so
They
disappointed.
shouldn't have released it on the fucking HBO, man.
I know.
HBO needs to keep their streams to nothing but like comedies and indie flicks. They don't need to do these
I think they learned their
fucking
lesson because Disney sure did. Because they, as soon as Shang-Chi made 70 million in one weekend, they're like, "Oh fuck this!" And they pulled. They're like, everything else is coming out straight to theaters.
I actually still need to watch Shang-Chi. I never went and saw that.
It's lower tier MCU.
I didn't really like it.
I'll probably throw it on while I'm cooking here after this.
It's better than say like Ant-Man 2 or probably better than Captain Marvel, but like it's not as good as
I like the fight scene on the bus. That's about it.
Fair. I like the characters enough, but like you know. And then I still haven't seen Eternals because I've been working a lot, and it's kind of
probably gonna go see that this weekend. This is the next weekend.
See that. Yeah, I want to see Eternals in theater just because it's polarizing. And you know, if I'm gonna see a Marvel movie, I'll see it do something different. And I'm
cool honestly, everybody I've talked to that's seen it, besides like one person, has really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of it's just
I want to see why.
I want to see why.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also, I don't know. I like going to the movies.
It's got a stellar cast, man. Like Barry Canal and the dude who played Rob Stark and Angelina
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, man, that's fucking like it can't be that bad.
Kumail Nanjiani looking swole, which is still weird.
Fucking insane to me.
The good for him, man. He says he feels a lot healthier and better new, which
he got a lot of hate for it.
Well, here's the thing. I think he did because it was like, you're a comedian, you're supposed to be kind of pudgy. And he wasn't really pudgy before, but his thing is, and this is valid. He said, look, me growing up, there was never a Pakistani superhero I could look up to, or any sort of hero in movies. It was always like the hacker in the chair at best, or the sidekick. So he's like,
very important.
I want to give brown kids a role model, which is perfectly legitimate. Dude, that's a great reason.
Speaking on this Marvel stuff, they showed the Miss Marvel trailer, and she's one of my favorite newer heroes. And like in the trailer, she's like, "There are no brown superheroes like me." And then like the trailer, there's no one like really representative of her. It like,
does she say that in the trailer? There's no brown superheroes.
She's like, she talks about that, and then it like.
Wait, is this the actress saying this or Ms. Marvel?
Like Miss Marvel, she's a kid.
Okay.
But then it pans over and it shows her doing her like 5 daily prayers. As a Muslim.
That's cool.
So we'll have
man, the fucking incels are gonna fucking flip. Oh my god!
And then you know what'll happen? That'll cause free press, so they'll make more money.
Yeah.
So who cares? And then and then Disney is tapping into the Muslim market, so that's more money for them.
The fucking TV shows that are coming out I am so fucking hyped for.
That's the best avenue to take these kinds of characters too, I think.
Moon Knight looks brutal as fuck. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's gonna play into his DID really well. And then She-Hulk is going to be like fourth wall breaking, like she did originally.
Oh, great! We need more winking at the camera.
Well, she's not quite as silly fucking Deadpool, but like she's the OG fourth wall breaker for Marvel.
Oh, is she really? Okay,
that's weird.
I always thought she was just honestly kind of a lazy character concept.
Hell no, man, that bitch is badass.
A Hulk with tits, I'm sure.
Nah, she's an all-star. She's a lawyer, so like she has to like defend. She just like prosecutes superheroes and stuff at one point.
Isn't she always She-Hulk?
She always in the comic. There's part of it, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna do that for the series because she does get to the point where Jennifer Walters can change between it. She also, in the comic books, rips Vision in half, and I want that.
Damn.
I want that so bad. I fucking need that.
I was hoping they would get to the storyline where Hulk and Banner get separated, and then Hulk is like trying to kill Banner.
That's a good one. I think they're going to aim more towards World War Hulk, is what it's seeming like.
They'll get there.
I'm thinking that we'll also be getting Amadeus Cho, who is the totally awesome Hulk, who inherits basically Bruce Banner's Hulk after Bruce Banner almost implodes himself with gamma radiation. We already have Amadeus Cho in the series, just not as the Hulk yet.
Do we have any interest in Ghostbusters Afterlife? Because I don't.
I saw a recent trailer, And yes, I'm kind of hyped for it.
I
Really?
have very
Yeah,
little interest, but
I'm gonna go see it.
I'm
I
gonna
like
see it anyway
Ghostbusters a
for
lot.
free at my job. So, I
Shout outs to
mean,
having jobs.
I never saw the 2016 Ghostbusters.
I didn't either,
Yeah.
and I don't. It's not, and not. I feel
Not
like
something
when I
I
say that,
cared
not for
about.
incel reasons, but I just didn't care about it.
Mine's for incel
Exactly.
reasons. Keep women out of movies.
It's like I didn't need another Ghostbuster. If there had been Ghostbusters 3 with
Yeah.
like the original, I mean, even that I wouldn't have really
That
cared
you
about
just
a
got to
lot.
go play the video game for the
Yeah.
360.
I like the Ghostbuster movies a lot, and I didn't go see the third or the remake with the women just because it wasn't for me. I don't think it's something I would have enjoyed because it's not made for
It
me.
just didn't look good, so I didn't see it.
This new one though, they showed some of they showed the gatekeeper demon dog and shit like that, and then I was like, oh shit.
Well,
Hey, remember this?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember
Well,
this?
that doesn't make sense to me because like the whole reason the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is in the original is because that's what Dan Aykroyd had a random thought of, and like it was an accident. So why now are there little mini?
That's why I'm curious. We'll
That
see.
doesn't make any
I like
sense.
Paul Rudd. I like Finn Wolfhard. It'll probably just be a big nostalgia kick for me.
I really
I'll
only
go
like the original
and enjoy it.
but I'll give it a shot.
It's gonna be a big nostalgia dump, and I'm okay with that. Some movies, I'm not okay with it. Like Space Jam 2 fucking sucked.
Yeah, of course.
But as long as we don't have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man flossing in it, I'm cool with it.
now I really hope he's flossing in it.
I'd probably walk out just because I'd just be like, I'm not feeling this movie. I've seen enough shitty studio movies this last year or so. So,
And back in the 80s, we had Ghostbusters Afterlife, and there's ghouls and goblins and things kids like. You didn't need a pandering mini dancing, flossing like the Bratzies from Kevin Smith's movie, like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
dude, that's what it legitimately is like. Did y'all watch Yoga Hosers and then write this into your script? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
I think it'll be a fun one. I might go see it in theaters. I don't know.
I'm tired of Sky Portals. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sky Portals.
Yeah, Sky Portals they're lazy writing and not interesting. They're useful as a video game mechanic, but as a narrative mechanic, it's lazy. Because let's say I've thought about this a lot of recent. If you
what about an on ground portal?
If you have a vehicle, there's things you can do. You can be in the vehicle. You can say, hey, we have to stop this vehicle. We have to intercept it. A portal's so instant. I guess you can cut people off with the portal. The video game Portal does interesting things with Portal, but that doesn't really translate. So there's just not a lot there. A car, you can do freaking anything in a car. I don't know.
We're going to get a lot of portals in No Way Home.
Yeah, we also, what else? We got that new Disney film Encanto.
Oh, Encanto. I want to see that really bad.
Yeah.
It looks like Mexican X-Men.
X-Men.
It's like that Family Guy joke, the Mexican Super Friends.
Yeah. It looks awesome, man. I'm glad that we're getting, because we got Luca this year, and then now we're getting another Pixar film. That's pretty cool. And it's not a sequel.
Is it Pixar or is it Disney?
It might be Disney. I might be wrong.
I think it might be Disney. Not sure. Either way.
I don't understand. Is my Spanish that bad? Because Encantado can mean enchanted. Encanto, is that I enchant, like the verb? Now I'm having to look this up.
Encanto it's a love.
No, Encanto, no, it means charm. Okay. So in which can mean or it can mean
okay, yeah, it's Disney. Okay. I was yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So Encantado is charmed. Encanto is the charm or the spell. Okay. Now we know. Now
they should just name it something English so everyone knows what it is. I do want to see that though. I don't know what else is even coming out this year that I want to see, honestly.
I'm split on West Side Story because hand, I love Spielberg, but two, I don't like supporting rapists or sex pests.
Fuck you, Ansel Elgort.
Yeah. So I don't know about that one.
So
Yeah.
we'll steal it. That'll be one we steal.
And Ansel Elgort, can he sing? He should have been Adam Driver's character in this movie. That would have fit.
Been accurate.
Adam Driver is I'm surprised you were surprised by his shape he was in. You saw him in The Last Jedi with his shirt off.
That's what I know. I just think for the character, for a comedian, comedians aren't ripped like
Well,
that.
he's like-
Chris D'Elia? He looked like Chris D'Elia.
What's the point is that he's like into himself and
Yeah, of
that
course.
much.
And he's like
you
a
know?
prize fighter because comedians use a lot of violent language. I bombed, I killed, I died, I murdered, I destroyed.
Yeah.
And also there's like themes of violence against women. He does a lot of violent kind of talking in his act. And then the what's her name? Marion, or Anne, she keeps dying in all her films. There's one scene on the boat. I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Is that he's like, you're always dying, then bowing. And I think that was a commentary that the director wanted to make about the way that we treat women in art by giving them roles where they die and stuff a lot, like in this movie. It does arguably inform the way we treat people or women in real life and vice versa. So
I don't want to kill women.
That's
I
good.
want to kill you, you chain smoking bastard.
I'm killing myself. Don't worry.
Yeah, 7 minutes at a time.
Mm,
You know what? For every hot dog you eat, it cuts 30 minutes off of your life.
I'm
That
fucked.
is not true.
That is true. Look it up.
Dude, Kobayashi is still alive. How's Joey Chestnut alive? Like,
I don't know, man.
Dude, I can put away those hot dogs at the theater.
dude,
Those
Joey
things are
Chestnut is getting those eyes wide shut orphan blood injections to keep him
Joey
going.
Chestnut is a true American hero. Anybody who tries to deny that and claims that Chris Kyle is a hero,
And here we go.
Joey
Chris
Chestnut
Kyle.
is a real hero.
That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about, huh?
Dude, I bet if we played Halo, I'd snipe the shit out of Chris Kyle. Okay, I bet he can't do anything.
Yeah, he can't because he's dead.
Dude, oh, is he?
Yeah, he got shot by some vet. He was like started up a like veterans like PTSD charity thing where he goes and takes people out shooting, and the guy like looked at him, pulled out the gun, shot him in the fucking face. It's okay. He was a child killer, so I'm glad he's gone.
Anyway, well,
So yeah.
yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We're gonna, even though we've been off topic, we're moving even more off topic into the after show. Thanks for listening. If you watched Annette, next week I don't know what we'll be doing, so stay tuned. But yeah, here comes the after show with even more irreverent humor from Austin Casher.
Fuck you. Oh shit. Man, they have at JJ's, I went to that bar last night. They have for 15 minutes every hour from 3 to 6, every hour change. They have 15 minutes of dollar beers. I drink a lot of beers in those 15 minutes.
Are you saying once every hour, every 15 minutes?
So
Or
there's a
just once
15
day?
minute, there's a 15 minute. So let's say it's 3 o'clock. You've got from 3 to 3:15, you get $1 beers. The
And
next
then
time you do that,
4
at 3,
o'clock.
4, well, they do it. Yeah, they do at 4 o'clock, 4 to 4:15, you get dollar beers, and then 5, and then last until 6.
That's dangerous because you know me. I obviously don't have the tolerance you do, but you have seen me drink. I can go hard when I want to.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I
Like,
crushed 3.
I
beers in 15
I
minutes.
would take advantage of that.
Oh,
for
I
sure.
did. I was like, hey, she brought the first one. I was like, hey, can you bring another one out? She's like, you gotta drink half of that first. And I drank half of it and said, I was like, you bring another one out. She came back and I had them both finished. I was like, one more. So I, was like, I got 3 beers in 15 minutes. It's not too
Yeah,
bad.
sure.
We went there though and watched the game. Like I said, one of the most intense games I've watched all year. It was really good. Wish I could have been there. There's supposed to be a football game next Saturday, but I think I might end up trying to go. It's like the last home game of the season. It's
Okay.
only $25 for the tickets.
You like watching football, but not Annette?
Yes. Actually, I need to check my fantasy football.
Speaking of $25 at the theater last night, we had a AEW screening for that pay-per-view event, and there was actually
For the UFC.
No, it was wrestling.
Oh, wrestling. Okay, because they had a UFC event last night too, but it was free on Disney Plus.
Oh, what? Weird.
Yeah, they do. They have their pay-per-view ones with like, Conor McGregor or like, these big.
They
fights.
own, yeah. Disney owns Fox. They can do sports stuff.
Well, they own ESPN. ESPN had this.
They own ESPN Plus. Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
part of the
Oh,
Hulu.
yeah.
It's all part of the same umbrella.
They do like
there used to be laws relegating telecommunications in this country, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, got to watch fucking Max Holloway fight last night though, which was cool. Dude's the nicest dude in fucking UFC. Why am I being beat so bad right now? Fuck. No. I'm doing my. Hold on.
What was I gonna say? I don't even know. This after show sucks.
This after show sucks.
Man, all of us are fucking tired, and I'm hungover, and I've been dealing with a car all morning. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, I've been very busy this week. So
it's been a long week. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today, so I'm probably about to get off here and make.
I ate something, but I'm hungry again. So
I was thinking about making breakfast food, but it's 2:00.
So
I don't want to throw it.
I don't want to all day, dog.
I can too, but I don't want to throw down in my kitchen. I think I'm just gonna throw in a fucking
just make some eggs.
I don't want to make any eggs.
Eggs are for people.
I think I'm probably just gonna cook one of these fucking stuffed crust pizzas I got.
Damn. They have this fucking, oh man, what are we're talking about fucking pizza? I don't know. There's this new frozen pizza I saw at Kroger that I want so bad. I might see if I can go over there.
What is it?
I don't know. It's like super deep dish. Not like really, it's not the annoying like thick spongy crust, but it looks more like a Chicago style, except the sauce isn't on the top. So I don't know. It just looks good.
I had a fig and prosciutto and goat cheese on a sweet potato crust pizza, frozen pizza.
That's crazy.
From Aldi's. Is the shit. Also, I ordered from Aldi's these fucking like adult Lunchables with like Genoa salami and like fresh provolone and shit. They're pretty fire. It's good snacks.
Yeah.
What you got going on the rest of the day? Just chilling?
Yeah, I'm gonna write some. For those who don't know listening, I am writing a book based off of a screenplay I wrote that is based on partially, there's a good amount of fiction in there, but it's partially based off of some of my 11th grade experiences in fall of 2010. Just, coming of age, cool shit. And it's like, I can't afford to make the movie, obviously. It's like at least like $2 million picture, I think, for it to, have the correct production value. But I was like, well, I can write a
looking
book
for
free.
donors.
Yeah. I can write a book for
movie.
free and hope that my community supports me. So we'll see how that goes.
If you don't support them, that's okay.
That means you're anti-Albanian, and that means you're probably partially responsible for Albanian genocide. So you gotta support my cause. Read my book.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna eat something.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll let me know if y'all are booling later. I'll hop on.
I mean, I'll be bullying, but you don't have Vanguard, so.
Well, don't play something else with me.
I want to play the new game that I bought.
I want you to play video games with me. I haven't played
Borderlands
3. Played Borderlands 3 with me that you made me buy, and then I played once.
We gotta play it with Matt and Justin. They want to play too.
Mm-hmm. We're not playing with Justin. I'm giving up on Justin playing.
Okay, that's fair. We can give up on Justin.
We can get Matt to play.
Yeah, we probably could.
If he's not too exhausted.
But Justin's gonna want to play Vanguard, so we'll see. But I can play some Overwatch or whatever, with you.
Sure you can. It's cool. Whatever, forget me. Looks like we got Battlefield coming out too. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
What am I gonna buy?
I'll
Battlefield
have to
looks
wait
lit
until I
as
get
fuck.
paid for that one.
I'm waiting on that for updates. Although I think people complaining about it just seem like a bunch of freaking neckbeards. God, they complain about the operators looking the same. I'm like, hold up, characters.
We gotta normalize bullying fucking gamers. Like, damn, bro.
Normalized.
I'm kind of that opinion that we kind of need to go back to bullying nerds a bit more because they've become bullies.
Yeah, man, we
think
gotta make sure these kids kill themselves so they don't grow up to be fuckheads.
Because now studios are doing whatever these fucking dorks want, and for better or for worse.
Hey, we got Sonic out of it.
Why do you think the Rise of Skywalker happened? Because Disney freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, and with games, there's something to be said of if a game is not working at launch. Yes, that's something to criticize. For sure, especially if it's online only. I remember when Diablo 3 came out, you had to be connected to the internet to play it, and so even single player. So
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I remember I bought it. I was excited. I tried to boot it up, and then it was like servers were overloaded. It wouldn't work, And then people were talking about entitlement. It was like, dude, I paid $60 for this game. I feel entitled for it to work.
Hey, real quick, I know he probably listens to this every week, but Tom Brady, if you don't score any more fucking points, I'm gonna find you. God,
and do what?
He's got half a fucking point. It's the third quarter. What the fuck?
You remember when the Xbox One originally was trying to be online only, and everyone's like, "Fuck you."
Here's the thing: companies will keep trying that. They don't in the future. One of the World Economic Forum was having. It's actually not one of their stated goals, like some people say, but they had a prediction about the future, and they said one of their quotes was, "You will own nothing and be happy," which I don't buy Blu-rays anymore, so maybe I'm part of it. But that's one thing. As ridiculous as it sounds, people are very happy about Game Pass and stuff. But also, I like owning games. I like being able to go back in my catalog and oh, here's a game I bought on sale from the '90s.
Not everything stays on Game Pass too. It's like Netflix,
exactly.
But also it's like partially, you have to be online if you have Game Pass to play those games. So
well, if you have Game Pass, that makes sense, but there should be an option to get it offline or to connect temporarily to a thing.
I don't know. It's weird.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a group chat right now. Is Dimitri's limo driver named Wendell like the limo driver in Die Hard?
I don't remember what his name is.
He gets a limo.
Yeah, he got a limo for his to get picked up for the airport. That's nice. Whoa. Our friend Dimitri.
I think limos are actually not as expensive as you think, but it's still nice.
Our friend Dimitri is now going to be a dick doctor, so that's cool. He's in Virginia doing some shit for work, so that's nice.
You'd think you'd have to go to college to be a dick doctor.
Yeah, you got to medical school.
Knowing him, he swindled his way into it because he's a fucking Serb, and that's what they do.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna go once we start getting into nationalism. Later, y'all.
See you later. Bye.